As a remote work enthusiast and worker who's been in the industry for about 8 years now, I can vouch for a number of remote roles that really helped me to scale in this side of digital world. So if you're one of those who have had some of the best skills around and don't know how to enter into the remote world, I'm going to break down some of the top 3 roles that really helped me to become the person I am today, and that you can also borrow to enjoy the freedom and success that you need. A few years ago, my story was probably like yours right now. On the one hand, I had a stressful job with a meager pay that was draining everything out of me, and on the other hand, I had the remote digital skills that I could monetize to help me gain the freedom that I needed out of a stressful work environment. So I decided to quit the job that I was doing so that I could pursue the skills that were inherent in me to help me build a business that today has really helped me to become one of the best copywriters that have worked with industry leaders like WebFX to write content that help the target users to make informed decisions when purchasing or choosing services online. So I'm going to share top 3 writing careers that I embraced when getting started so that you can equally embrace them and get started successfully in your writing career and outscale the murky waters of remote world as you find your way into the perfect roles or niches that you can serve once you have entered the remote world. So stay tuned and let's learn quickly together. My first career actually to look at is content writing. As a content writer, you will be providing written materials to clients who need blogs, written web pages, newsletters, social media posts, and all things that pertain to writing that companies may need to be done for them so that they can maybe communicate with their end users and targeted customers. So as a content writer, you're coming into this role with some basic or rather standard skills that will help you perform seamlessly in these roles. So some of the skills that you will need is the mastery of SEO as a basic SEO, that is their on-page and off-page SEO skills that you need to master to be able to operate seamlessly in this role. You also need to know your way through the CMS, which is content management systems like WordPress or Shopify, whichever the client uses to publish their posts into their website that people read. You have to master at least the basic skills of publishing, editing, and optimizing content in those systems so that you can have a leverage against those who will be competing with you for the same roles. You also need to have fine-tuned your grammar and writing skills. This is very important, especially because you'll be writing to a wide range of audiences and they need to read content that is well written with perfect, seamless, and flawless grammar. This shows the professionalism and the seriousness of the company that will be posting your content on their website. Additionally, after you have all this in place, you might also want to work on a writing portfolio that will showcase whatever it is that you've worked on over the years during the time that you are preparing. A portfolio is simply a collection of the samples that you've written for yourselves during the time that you are preparing for this role, and these should be samples that relate to the niche that you are targeting to specialize in. I would recommend writing and publishing your samples on platforms like Medium, LinkedIn, or even creating some website if you have the financial capabilities to do so. Portfolio website is a very great way to approach this because it shows how professional you are, and it gives the clients that you are going to work with the assurance that you know what you're doing and actually have the discipline and the courage to invest even in whatever it is that you're doing, so that they can trust that you will deliver exactly what it is that you're promising to deliver. So once you have all these skills aligned, you can be ready to set up yourself for applying several jobs that are available and competing favorably with the other candidates in that space. I can assure you that with these skills and with the preparation of a matching portfolio, you can always be sure that you will get a client even in the murky waters that writers are experiencing right now with the advent of AI. The salary range.
Dad, can I have $20?
There are industry standards that suggest salary ranges for specific roles. So for content writing, it's somewhere between 35 to 45,000 per year USD. So you can always work around these figures. If you're going into the roles as a freelance writer, you can start charging per hour 20 USD per hour to around 40 USD per hour. But this always also depends on the industry that you will be serving and the preparations that you have input for yourself. So if you've invested in your craft, you've had a professional website for portfolio and everything around you is perfectly in place, you can start charging higher rates for the works that you do, especially once you have specialized in a specific niche and you know exactly what you're pursuing. You can always bargain higher remuneration to compensate for the tools and whatever that you'll be doing to achieve the job. So where to get some content writing jobs? If it was some 5 years ago, I would advise to go to Upwork or Fiverr for content writing roles, but those sites are nowadays really competitive and mad with so much of taxations and payments that may not really favor beginner writers. So for beginners who want to really get jobs in the content writing space, you can look for sites like Clearvoice, Contently, Scripted, and the newsletters that I'm going to share a link in the description below so that you can check and follow up with them for continual daily, weekly or monthly updates on available roles that you can apply for and get your way into their digital content writing or remote content writing space. So if you're looking to enter the space as a full-time writer, there are also platforms that you could consider like LinkedIn, Indeed, Remote.co, FlexJobs, and AngelList. I'm also going to include all these platforms on the description below so that you can click and check whatever spaces you are considering to explore and see if the roles that you desire to have are already posted in the previous months, weeks, or days. The second writing career that I would advocate for as a beginner who wants to monetize their skills in writing is copywriting. Copywriting is another wing of writing where you focus on persuading end users and driving them to take action. Your clients will pay you for writing copy that really helps them convert readers into clients that can buy products not just once but for a long time coming. This is a very crucial skill in the writing industry that once you master it, you can really become a top. And copywriting requires first that you master the persuasion skills in your writing. You have to master different copywriting formulas like AIDA or PAS and other formulas that I will share in another video once we have this cleared out. These formulas are just ways to write creative and captivating headlines, sub-headlines, and content that keep writers glued into whatever it is that you're trying to sell to them and makes them take action voluntarily after they are convinced that whatever your client is presenting to them is indeed useful and will help them solve the problems that they have. So copywriting will require that you take some specific courses to help you fine-tune the writing, and these courses you can get them in platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and even Google sometimes offer free courses indeed for copywriters. So once you fine-tune your skills and get these courses from these top platforms that sell courses or even offer them for free, you can add these certifications into your portfolio and your LinkedIn profiles to help people know that you have trained yourself to a certain level and earned the qualifications for becoming a trusted copywriter. Copywriting is a great niche to enter into after you've spent some few months or years training yourself and understanding the skills that are needed to persuade readers to take actions, some specific types of actions that your clients will want them to take. So the average salary as an entry level copywriter is between 40 to 50,000 annually, and this is something that can grow and can vary again depending on the industries that you will be writing in. So once you have your skills sharpened and you're prepared for the entrance, you can always ask depending on the technicality of the tasks of the roles that you will be assigned. Just like content writing, you need a very strong portfolio in copywriting to showcase that you are the best candidate that the client can work. So where do you find copywriting jobs? The platforms where copywriting jobs are posted are pretty similar with those of content writing. So besides Upwork and Fiverr, I'll want to add to the list Guru, ProBlogger, and sometimes you can also make a direct outreach to business through cold pitching. I'll give you a link in the description that includes all these platforms, but I will always strongly advise that you don't wait for them to be posted in such platforms, because also the competition will be high. Going for the direct client outreach or cold pitching is a great way to put yourself out there and to present your solutions even before the companies announce vacancies. This gives you an upper hand, and if you're a perfect fit, you have saved them a lot of time that they would have used to advertise for the job and screen every candidate that will apply and all that. So how do you know a company may use the services of a copywriter? You check if they have a digital marketing department in the company, and then you could go to the digital marketing department and read about the people who work there, and if their email addresses or contact informations are shared, you can use those to reach out to them and ask if they needed these services at the moment, and present yourself a solution that could help them revamp their digital marketing department. If you're still here, then you're probably a technical one. The third writing career that can help you enter the remote world successfully is technical writing. As its name suggests, technical writing is writing in the industries that are considered tough and jargon filled, that nobody really wants to write content in those industries. As a technical writer, you'll basically be helping organizations to break down technical or complex information into easily understandable information that the target users can read and understand. This includes writing software guides, user manuals, and stuff like that to help the targeted user or targeted customers to understand how to use maybe a software, or direct them on how to install something as an app in their phone. So as a technical writer, it's your role to understand the complex information and then digest it for the readers and relay it in a way that they can read, understand without requiring any further help. So the average salary you can expect in this role is between 50 to 60,000 US dollars every year. This one will also vary depending on the industry you're writing for and the level of preparation or expertise that you've already gained into the role. So to succeed as a technical writer, you'll need some basic or industry standard skills that will set you apart. You'll have to be a detail-oriented person so that you can be able to break down complex ideas into simple, readable ideas. You also need to understand the industry that you're going to offer your services in. So if you're going in the automotive space, you have to have an experience or an interest in that space and understand that industry very well. You'll need detailed writing and editing skills to help you write not just content that is readable but is digestible as well. Additionally, you'll also be in a better place if you're familiar with the documentation tools like MindTouch or Gitbook. If you have some technical background, that will be very helpful for you, but it's not a requirement as an entry level technical writer. You can get jobs in technical writing from platforms like LinkedIn, Upwork, Indeed, and all those other platforms that we shared before. But what I really want you to know about technical writing is that there are specific industries that are really in high demand when you enter as a technical writer. So you may want to shift your focus, or rather focus on these industries as you begin offering your services, so that you can have a higher chance of closing deals faster in your first years of practice. So what are these industries with high demands? We have the likes of government contractors, pharmaceutical industries, engineering and construction industry, software companies, and companies that deal with healthcare, medical equipment. So these industries benefit most from technical writing, as they deal with some sort of complex machineries and tools that an average user wouldn't really understand if it were presented to them in the technicality that they originally exist in. So you coming in to break down the information to the targeted users will help these companies to sell faster and to gain the growth that they so much are looking for. And as a word of advice, if you're starting as a technical writer, you must be able to prove to the clients that you are the right person to work with them. What clients will want to see is a robust portfolio of what you've done before, your contributions in this space, so you can start contributing maybe your ideas, your comments in platforms like GitHub, so you can comment in the industries that you are interested in, and clients can trace this and see that you are actively involved in the industries that you claim to have expertise in, and they can be able to gauge whether you are the perfect fit for them or not. You can also volunteer to write user guide manuals in the specific industries that you're interested in, or for non-profits, so that your name or byline can be shared as the contributing writer or the person that is involved in writing the technical documents. This can leverage your position in the industry and give you a relevance that you require to apply for similar jobs in the future. So there you have it. We've come to the end of this video today, but it could be the beginning of something new that you've desired to pursue in your life. If you're still not sure on what to take on or how to pursue your career in writing, you can always leave a question below, or you can always reach me through the contact information that I'm going to leave in the description box below, so that we can discuss what it is that you need to explore the writing venture or the remote world at large. There's always enough opportunities out there to pursue. It's only for you to identify your skills and shape yourself into the right position, so that the world that is waiting for your skills can always meet you up whenever you are ready. Thank you so much for listening to this end. I can't really wait to hear from you about your concerns or questions. And until next time, let's keep in touch.